Good day, everyone. Much love and strength to everyone. I'm Aya, and thanks for coming on to our channel, Metaphysical Awakening. We appreciate you stopping by. I'm a metaphysical practitioner, and what I mean by that is that I use my metaphysical abilities, which are innate abilities that we all have, to see, to feel into people, places, and in situations. So we have our five senses, such as touch, sight, smell, taste, and hearing. I'm speaking of senses that are beyond the physical, such as picking up emotions from others, a mother's intuition, feeling energy, and for some seeing energy, and so forth. You can click on the link below, which will take you to our website, Metaphysical Awakening. I'll leave that in the description, and it'll give you some explanation on what we do. And if you're interested in having a consultation with us, and I mean us because I work alongside my mother, he told me, you can go to our consultation page to see what services we offer. So we look forward to hearing from you. So one of the difficulties for many when we're young is to know which path to walk on. It's hard to know and narrow our life down to one path because we have many interests, talents, ideas, and so on. But eventually we become overcome with distractions, stress, pressure from our surroundings. But we want to naturally take the path that is ideal or compatible to who we are. We often find ourselves cornered and pressured to take a beaten path rather than an unbeaten one, the one you feel that will make you happier. I remember being 17, looking into studying overseas in Spain, and I received a package from the University of Granada with brochures talking about Spanish culture. And I still remember to this day a phrase that was written in the brochure, which I hear once in a while in conversation today, but times are changing. But it said that we work to live, not live to work. And at 17, I wanted that. So at that age, I already was aware of what life was going to be like as an adult based on what I was seeing around me. And we learned that the beaten path doesn't necessarily mean a happy and fulfilling life. We follow the rules and the norms, such as going to work, paying the bills, then getting little sleep, and then rushing back to work the next day. You don't feel satisfied or fulfilled doing your job, and it takes up most of your time, most of your life. And you ask yourself, how is it mentally, emotionally, physically benefiting me? And for those who have this deep need to help others, they ask, who am I really helping? And for some, they might ask, is this the right thing to do? Because maybe what they're doing is questionable or may conflict with their moral ethics or conscience. We just live in that kind of world now, and there's also this problem with time. I don't have time for myself. I never have time. It's really hard to find time or take the time to sit down and assess our life and draw out a plan in regards to where we want to be in the next 5 or 10 years, or even make plans for the following week. So fortunately, there are a few who feel fulfilled and are happy about their situation, and I'm really happy for them. They found a way, and perhaps it took some fighting on their part to get to that point. And I'm encountering more and more individuals who have decided to walk away from working for a company or wherever they were working and create their own business. I'm a freelancer. And to be honest, I never want to go back to working for a company. My lifestyle changed dramatically when I became a freelancer. And I remember being terrified at the beginning, but little by little I adapted and learned. And I also realized how much more freedom I have as a freelancer because I became more in control of my time. But it's certainly not perfect by all means. But I do, I have a lot of respect for other freelancers and small businesses, because it feels like that they're against you, there's limited resources for us. So I encourage everyone, if you can, to help out small businesses in your neighborhood, because that shop is someone's dream, and it took hard work and guts to open it. So, but we all have dreams doing something that makes us happy, right? It makes us happy just thinking about it. Something such as traveling, doing adventure sports, working for a non-profit charity organization, opening an animal refuge shelter, having a cabin in the forest, or inventing some new advice or technology. Perhaps learning languages is something that you want to do, or writing a book, or painting, acting, learning to play the cello or the piano, and so on. And what I enjoy a lot about feeling into an individual's energy is that some of the things that they enjoy doing or like to do will appear to me. And when I mention to them what I pick up, I always get the same reaction, right? There's always a smile on their face, and sometimes you can see the sparkle in their eyes. Each of us has different needs within us, and there are activities that we can do in our life that help us express those needs and desires. Funny thing, there are times when I pick up something from someone that's very specific, that they don't even talk about it in a conversation with others, because it's not something that you talk about. It's not something that's very common. Their need or their desire is it's unique. It's just not common, so they keep it to themselves. For example, I've met an individual who has this love for words, but words in different languages and how they're expressed and the intentions behind them and so on. He likes to dissect words. And when I was explaining what I was picking up from him, his eyes just lit up. And he was so shocked, because this is not something that he talks about with others. And then he just went on and on and on about it, and it made him happy just being able to talk about it. So, I asked him, why don't you just start writing and see where it takes you? And at that particular moment, he just became silent and just was in his head thinking and thought about getting a notebook and where the time and where he could sit and start writing and so on. It just really made him happy, just the idea of starting this new hobby. So yeah, we're all different. There's so many different kinds of activities out there, and not all the activities that we're aware of, like the different sports or traveling and things like that, may not satisfy the needs of some of those interests, those very specific interests. But if they take the time, they can find a way to be able to express those interests. So, perhaps our dream is not having a specific career. Perhaps it's more about taking on a hobby that makes us happy. I feel that, hobbies or activities allow us to express ourselves naturally. And there are activities that bring a sense of adventure and excitement into our lives. So, have we tried stepping out of our comfort zone just a little to incorporate activities that bring enjoyment in our life? Or have we changed our routine just a little to be in line with what we want to eventually achieve in the near future? It's easy to be it's easy to be stuck in a routine, right? It becomes part of our norm, and the idea of changing it makes us feel uneasy or gives us a sense of more work, But in order to incorporate these hobbies and activities, or to be in line with whatever it is that we want to do eventually, we need to rearrange or take out what's not useful to us. We need to use our creativity to think of ways we can make changes, and perhaps talking to a friend to help us think outside the box, and their words of encouragement can be very helpful to us. So we continually have to pay the bills, right? Taxes and so on. That's the reality for many of us. In order to maintain a roof over our head, to have the basic necessities in life, without them it would be difficult to have some form of stability, or to be able to do the things that we want to do. But perhaps we can find ways to incorporate what makes us happy into our lives, so that when people ask, what do? You can say, I'm a teacher, I'm a guitar player on the weekends, I'm a mountain climber 1 week in a month, and I'm a part-time gardener. I don't know. I find that our life here is about experiences and what we learn from them. And our surroundings has a major effect on us, but I feel that who we are, we should allow ourselves to grow and blossom. And we can adapt to take care of the responsibilities and so on in society, but still take that unbeaten path to be true to who we are. Well, I hope you do something that makes you happy today, and I find that when I try something new, I tend to learn something new about myself. It's like opening a door to a room that I never knew existed. Well, look at what I'm doing now. So, when it comes to finding our way in the world, as the saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way. So, be happy and be good to yourself. I thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. We thank you for your support. Much love to you all. Thank you. Bye.